Hi Sequels friends! Today we are not setting New Year's resolutions. They are out the window. We are setting New Year's goals. Yes, goals are super important no matter how big of a business you have. And you really want to make sure that you are setting goals because it gives you a future of what your long-term business model will be, but also gives you short-term motivation. So in today's video, we are going to talk about how my numbers came in for 2021, what goals did I achieve and fail for 2021, and what goals I have on the books for 2022. Friends, I am excited to share with you first up what my numbers came in at for 2021. Now, as just a reminder, this is my second full year into reselling. My first year, which you go back and watch YouTube and oof, those are some hard videos to get through. The previous goal video I said, whew, that is a hard video to get through. But if you go back and watch my old videos, you'll know that I started dabbling in reselling just as an opportunity to clear out my and my friends' closets. And then in 2021, I really tried to see if there was a business there to go after, as I was influenced by several other YouTubers who are full-time resellers. So this is my second full year. So I have a couple of selling platforms under my belt, and I had seen a full year of seasonality. This year I grossed $22,488 and a whopping 32 cents. Now, if you're keeping track from last year overall I grossed $12,114. So not a bad increase there. It is about 1.86, not quite doubling it, but almost doubling my numbers. If you've been watching me for any sort of time, you are thinking the same thing I am. That is great to know your gross numbers if that makes you feel good, Heather, but I care more about what went into my bank account, so give me some net. I am here for you. Net numbers this year came in at $14,620.59. Can you believe that, guys? That's a part-time job. That's a part-time job salary. Not too shabby at all, especially for year 2 of my reselling journey. If you look at last year for comparison, last year I did about $7,894. So again, we're at almost a 2% total. But last year I had to buy a lot of supplies and invest in a lot of things. I had clothing racks, mannequins, and all these things that I did not have to invest in this year. I just had to keep up with normal supplies. So I think on my previous video for my goals, I said that my year came in at $6,500 after my initial investment, which means I would have more than doubled my sales. So I am pretty excited about that. My average sale price came in at $19.41, which is not too shabby at all, considering it was really the last 6 months of the year where I even got it over 20 bucks. So I got damn close to that 20 buck goal. Dresses, homes, and shoes were my best performing category. No surprise there based on my what sold videos. And Poshmark did the most business at 46%, eBay at 34%, Etsy at 11%, Facebook at 7%, and Thrilling at 2%. My best selling item for 2021 ended up netting me $288. So it's safe to say we're getting to handle a little bit more on this reselling business. Let's talk about goals for 21 that were accomplished and what was failed. If you haven't watched my goals video, I'll link it above. I'm warning you, it's a half-hour video and I've gotten a lot better at consolidating my thoughts on camera. Goals that I achieved, I did manage to keep 500 units in inventory. That was something that I wanted to accomplish to see how it would affect my sales. I did create some thank you cards with a promo discount that I give out with all of my orders except for Poshmark. I should probably make something specific for Poshmark since they don't do discount codes. I started Etsy and really started to see my passion for vintage selling. Although it sells across all platforms, having a vintage only platform was kind of a risk to take. And then also just on a whim in October, I decided to start Thrilling, which is another vintage only platform. And I hit my YouTube monetization watch hours goal, and I didn't hit that. You guys hit that. So thank you so much for helping me accomplish my goals. As with any goals, there are gonna be some winners and there are gonna be some losers. And I did have some stretch goals. And between those things, I failed at some stuff. Now, I have not made my YouTube monetization goals. I am right now at 89% of my subscribers. I talked about that a little bit in my Christmas thank you video. I've just done a very purely organic growth and have not done collabs, lives, or other things that would normally push you over those goals. I have failed, and I am the first to admit it, at social media. If it is not YouTube, then I am so sporadic, I am so all over the place, and I am not consistent at all. I'm finding that I enjoy video format more than I enjoy anything else, and yes, that is a failure. I had a 700 unit stretch goal to hit. While I went well past 500 several times, I never stayed at that 700 consistently. And I did have a stretch goal to entertain the idea of starting a Shopify store. While I did dabble in that a lot throughout the year, I never finalized anything. So that is a fail as well. Now, let's talk about 2022. So I always like to set some intentions and set some keywords, and those keywords I will put on my computer. I might put it on a Post-it note. I might post it on my little motivational board, letter board that's up there, or I might just write it down in my notes and go back and read it regularly. My keywords for this year are growth, because why the hell not? Quality, mindfulness, collaboration, and fun. Because, you know, you always got to throw fun in there. So here are some things that I think are really important for me to work on in the upcoming year. Scheduling. I am a true part-timer. I do have a full-time day job that I run out of my house. I do this business on a whim whenever I feel like it. I might wake up and do it one day. I might not do it for 3 days. I might go thrifting 3 times a week. I might go thrifting 1 time a week. I need to create a schedule to ensure that I am listing on a more regular basis, to ensure that I am following up on social media, to ensure that I am giving ample time to film, research, create a script for these videos, and for thrifting. I think doing this will better give me a handle on how long each task takes, and by the end of next year I would really like to have firm numbers on how long each task takes and how much time I am truly spending on this business. Right now I think it's more in the 20-hour range, but I do not definitively know what I am spending on it, so I want to narrow down those numbers. One of the ways that I'm going to be more mindful in my growth is by mastering platforms. So I am super comfortable on Poshmark, and I am very happy with the success that I've had over there. eBay is all over the place for me, and I'm not sure why, so I'm going to continue my deep dive into those analytics and realize how I can use that data to benefit me. Etsy, I feel pretty good about because I do use it for my day job, but as I do with my day job, every new year I usually go ahead and buy Marmalade for a few months just to double check my SEO and see if I'm on top of all that. Thrilling, I'll continue as I am. And I am starting to cross-list onto Facebook Marketplace. No, it is not doing anything for me. Home goods from my own house seem to be the only thing I could sell on Facebook Marketplace. But I know a lot of other resellers are having a lot of success with it, so I would like that to be my platform to kind of dabble in. Kind of the same way that I dabbled in eBay when I first started, which is just throw everything on there and see what happens. And then I am going to keep my stretch goal of a Shopify. I'm starting to wonder whether Shopify is a good avenue for a part-timer to take, especially until they've mastered these other things. But I still think it's a very important long-term goal to have your own items on your own platform. Speaking of mindfulness, growth, quality, and fun, let's talk about sourcing. So I'm going to continue to try to source 1 to 2 times a week, and I'd like to do a travel to thrift for you guys at least once a quarter. So if we could hit 4 different spots this year, new spots, that would be awesome. I explored a lot of mystery boxes this year, and I think I have a pretty good handle on what works and what doesn't. So I may explore some new boxes that I haven't tried before, but I'm probably only going to go forward with things that made me that 2 to 3 times increase on my investment. I am learning more about vintage. I love vintage. I have a passion for vintage, so I do want to continue focusing on vintage. It sells for me well across all the platforms, but I am starting to learn that I don't need to pick up everything that's vintage. So very small sizes, I'm stuck with a lot of those. And then also to be a bit more mindful of what has sold for me recently. And I'd like to keep up with the seasonal trends, and I think it would be great to do a quarterly video for you guys each season talking about some of the trends that talking about some of the hot trends, and specifically the ones I'm going to be focusing on for my customers. I failed at social media last year, so I am going to be focusing on growth, but also be very mindful about the quality of that growth, and also jump into some fun collaborations. So I said last year, and I've started to dabble in it, I'd like to use Hootsuite so that I can schedule, because when I am in my social media mode, I am in it. And when I'm not, I don't want to have shit to do with it. I'd also like to schedule 1 day a week, a short period of time where I go on to social media and just interact with all of you guys, look at what everybody's doing. Short period of time means good for my mental health, and none of that judging myself against other thing. I'd also like to dabble in TikTok more. I enjoy YouTube tremendously. I love the personal interaction. It feels much more personal and fun than the other social media platforms for me. So I think it would be fun to give you guys some TikToks, Reels, YouTube shorts, so that you can see more regularly what's going on inside this sequel's office. And then also YouTube. YouTube has become very important for me. Based on my current trend, I'm expecting to hit my monetization goal by February, but I would like to be a bit more mindful of the quality of video I'm putting out. So I did mention earlier that I would like to go down to 1 video a week, but I do want that video to be more in depth, more thoughtful. So you may see more how-tos, you may see more about virtual assistants for Poshmark, like Super Posher or Posher VA. You may see more videos like, let's talk about List Perfectly, or how does that compare to other cross-listing programs. You guys have been asking for an identifying vintage video. I would love to get that to you. It is going to be a long one, and I got a lot prepared. I've already started a how-to thrilling video for you guys, so I'd like to spend more time being thoughtful. Does that mean I'm not going to do any more unboxings? Heck no, I'm still going to do unboxings here. I know that you guys love them, so I'm hoping to create a more well-rounded video experience for you. And my real focus is to really push and work on creating a script, or being a bit more concise in the amount of information that I share. I enjoy watching YouTube tremendously. I love me some TikTok, and it blows me away how much information can be shared in such a short period of time. And I am a talker, and when I get talking, my videos drag out. So I really want to work on trying my best to reel it in and be very concise. Also, I want to do the things that I didn't do last year, which is partner up. I want to do some collaborations. I have a collaboration in work right now with a sequels friend for a side hustle, so I can't wait to get into that more and share that with you guys. I'd also have been invited to do lives. Hello, I see you out there. I know you've invited me. I am scared to do them because there is no filter to this mouth. I'm going outside my comfort zone, and this is the year to give it a try. So I'm really excited to do some more of those, and maybe even do some collaboration unboxings with some other resellers and stuff like that. So those are my goals for 2022. Now, when it comes to video content, please, if there is anything that you guys are ever looking for, do not ever hesitate to leave me a comment below and let me know the kind of content you'd like to see. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I hope that you found this video useful, helpful, and informative in any way, shape, or form. I hope you guys have a fantabulous week and weekend, and I'll be back at you next Friday with some more reselling content. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Hi, Sequels friends. Today, we are not setting any New Year's resolutions. No siree, Bob. Those suckers are out the window. But